Hi, I'm Sean Carruthers, and welcome to How Do I on Butterscotch.com. In this series, we're taking a look at the brand new Apple TV. In this episode specifically, we're going to take a look at how to set up your iPhone, your iPad, or your iPod Touch as a remote control for your Apple TV. To get to the place where you can manage your remotes, go over to Settings on your main menu, go to General, scroll down to Remotes, and here we have the option for unpairing this one or adding a remote app. In this case, we want to add a remote app, so we're going to click here and it'll tell us what we need to do. So we want to use one of these options, in this case, the iPhone 4. So the first thing we need to do is go to the App Store on our device and search for Remote. And there's an Apple Remote app here. So we'll click on Remote. It's a free app for iPad and the iPhone, so we'll click on Free and Install. Enter in our password. So once we've entered that in, we'll hit OK, and it will start loading it in. Once it's loaded in, we'll tap on the icon. It'll fire it up. You see on the Apple TV screen, it says to turn on home sharing in the remote app, so that's the first thing we're going to do. It'll ask us for our Apple ID and our password, and we'll enter in the information that we entered in before. And then we'll click Done. Now it's important to make sure that you use the same ID on both your Apple TV and your remote, otherwise they won't talk to each other. Now you see I can control two different types of things. I can control my Apple TV or the Mac in the other room that also shares that same password. In this case, we're going to go to Apple TV. You see at the bottom you have two different icons, one for computers and one for control. If you click on the one that says Control, this will actually allow you to control your screen directly. So we can use gestures. I have a bit of a tutorial here that shows us how to use it. When we're done with the tutorial, we can do that. Now we have a pad here. We can hit Tap to select something. We can use gesturing like so to control it this way. We can hit the menu button down below to get into something. And this is where this really comes in handy. So, for example, if we want to set up our networking here, we would tap through there, configure our Wi-Fi. You can scroll down to the option here. So now you notice instead of having to use the remote to use click, 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 click to go all throughout the keyboard, you can actually type in directly what you want on the keyboard here, and it'll add it to the screen. So no clicking all throughout your alphabet looking for what you need. Then when you're done, you would click on Return, and you're done. And of course, there's an iPad version of the remote as well, with much bigger screen space and a much bigger keyboard. Again, same process, and it's optimized for the iPad, so it has a much better screen resolution and a lot more graphics capabilities here. Anyhow, that's a look at setting up a remote app on your iPad, iPhone, or iPod Touch. Don't forget to check out the show notes for this on butterscotch.com, as well as the show notes for all the other parts in this series.